Okay, greetings and welcome to this week's announcement. It is Module 4. We are journalism class, and the week begins on Monday, September 16th. It ends on Saturday, September 21st. A quick review. Last week we did newspaper sections on our discussion board. Through operator error, and I was the operator, the response feature was disabled, so no one was able to respond to their classmate, and you all probably didn't mind that you weren't able to do that. Everyone still got full credit for having done so, as long as you posted an initial comment that met the requirements of the assignment. By the way, I'm still seeing students or evidence of that students are not reading the directions. For example, this week the directions asked students to post a story from it could be from the internet, but it had to be from a source that was also available in print. Several of the sources that I looked at when I reviewed the work are not available in print. So that's not what the assignment asked for. Points could be docked for that. The assignment also asked how you think the story should be classified. Most everyone did that. But the assignment also asked, where was it? Where did you find it? And I noticed that the number of students just left that out. Where was it in the publication that you read and found it? And often, like the BBC publications, which I don't think they're actually publications, I think they're digital, but the BBC had a list of sections above the story, and I figure it comes from one of those sections. Anyway, read the directions. That's all I'm saying. I don't want people to lose points over something as simple as just missing an item that the assignment's asking for. We also did 5 grammar quizzes. Those are pretty easy. It should have been an easy 100. The point of that is you gotta edit yourself in your writing, and you're not gonna be able to take quizzes and learn how to do this. You're gonna have to be your own editor. Fine. Now, looking ahead to story structure and lead writing, that's chapter 2 of our textbook. First thing you're going to do under this module 4 is click on the materials, and the first of the materials is going to be an article by Hannah Block of NPR, National Public Radio, and she explains how to write a lead. Next is a chapter called News Reporting and Writing by Melvin Mincher, and he explains leads and provides many examples and labels. It's lengthy. Take the time to read it. He weaves a narrative and offers some of the best tips and examples that actually come way down in the piece. Ironically, his guidelines for writing good leads appear at the very bottom. So, it's ironic. They should be at the top, a good lead, but they appear at the bottom. Anyway, read both of those. Take the time to do it. Next is the section in the module of graphics and visuals. There is a heads, leads, and nut graphs. Now that's all newspaper lingo. HED, heads, leads, LEDES, and nut graphs, GRAFs. If you're practicing news people, then you get to use the lingo if you want to. Just don't be confused by it. Heads is HEADS, really. Yeah. Headlines. Leads is the lead paragraph. They say lead, LEDE, because back in the day they used to put lead in between the lines of type so they wouldn't run together when they were using hot type to actually print pages. Molten lead, far out, man. Check that. Well, you read about this process, or should have. Anyway, a nut graph is the so what graph. There's a graphic about that, and there's a brief video on the difference between the lead, the headline, and the subhead. So, because in the past, a number of students have confused headlines and subheads, deck heads, they're also called, with the lead. The lead is a paragraph of writing that is the first one in the story. All right, assigned work. We have another discussion board. Great. Find a lead from a newspaper. Now, it can be online, but it's got to be a newspaper. All right? Got it? Follow directions. Post it by Wednesday. Tell us what kind of lead it is, and use the labels by the NPR lady and by the Mincher fellow. Is it a straight lead, a news lead, an anecdotal lead, a delayed lead, an SVO, subject verb object lead, which That one's pretty common. You probably want to label it in tandem with another label. It's an SVO that also is delayed or is also anecdotal. And explain why it succeeds or fails. Why is it a good lead? Why? How could it be better? Maybe it's not good. Why do you think it's not good? 200 words minimum, not counting the lead from the newspaper. That's not your words. And respond to a classmate by Saturday or earlier. The initial response is due Wednesday. Be active on 3 days a week. Not one, not two, three. And I hate to see people lose points when they're doing great work and they're just not popping in enough, This is our classroom. Our digital world is our classroom. So we need to be here and we need to be active in it and present. Next, we have a writing assignment, a little writing assignment and a fun writing assignment. Write a lead paragraph and a nut graph. How cool is that? Read the instructions for the details. It's going to be a lot of fun. What it amounts to is you're going to cover a real event or you're going to make one up. Now, the real event could be a news event at your school. I don't expect you're going to go to the Miami City Town Council and attend, although you could, or go to a news conference or a grand opening where they cut the ribbon or something like that. You could. I don't expect you to do that, but you could cover something at your school. And it could be maybe, a launch of a new policy or an exciting game coming up this week or a game that just happened. I don't know. I don't go to your school. So you know what's going on there. What's news at your school or in your neighborhood or in your town or in your home? You could do that. You could write about something in your home. The Mitchell family is planning an outing this weekend to go to Disney World. I don't know, I'm just making that up, but it could even be if you got a big meal planned. You have to get a little creative with these because we're not able to go to an actual news event in all cases. And then if you can't attend a real one, then you can cover a televised event or one that occurs on the internet as though you were there, as though you were covering it. And then if you're writing about something in your home, it could be a birthday, it could be a vacation, it could be something that the family has done together, or it could be a concert that has occurred in your area, a game. Well, I think I already mentioned that one. Alternately, you can make up a news event. This is always lots of fun, like say an alien invasion or the zombie apocalypse. An astounding medical or scientific discovery, whatever the topic, write a compelling introductory paragraph or lead graph. And follow up with the second paragraph, the nut graph, of 2 to 4 sentences explaining why the story is important, what difference does it make, why it matters. The nut graph is also called the so what graph. Consider all the information from this week's module. Use MLA style. Proof carefully for mistakes. Errors will be penalized. Oh, by the way, if you're writing a zinger lead, one-word lead like poof or bang, that's the last step, then you can use more than one paragraph for your lead. It's a one-word intro followed by the lead paragraph. These are due midnight Sunday. They'll go through turnitin.com. They'll go through an AI check. Don't use AI. And if you need me, hit me up in class questions, or if it's something where everyone can see. If you've got the question, others do too. So instead of just me giving you a private answer that no one else benefits from, let's put it in class questions so everyone can see. If it's something private, then contact me one-on-one through email or messenger. That's all. Let's have a great week.